Hello, my beautiful Pisces. So we're back to that was then and this is now. The video that I'm choosing for today was done on May 18th, 2021. So 3 years ago, I guess, almost to the day. Let me see. Yeah, pretty close, the 22nd. So this is today we're the 22nd, that was the 18th. So yeah, 3 years ago. Wow. Okay. And it is by far my most popular video on the channel. And it's, get ready, you have been chosen to pay attention to this. Yep, May 18, 2021. So let's see if I can get rid of that. Get rid of that. Now, the last video that I did, and I'm going to put it here so you can actually have access to seeing it. The last video that I did like this, let me see if I can, I'll just move so we have more room, because I'm going to be pulling cards here, so I need room to put the cards down. Last time I found every deck that I was using and pulled cards from those decks. I don't think I'm going to do that this time. I haven't actually watched this one probably since it's been down, like put, it's been launched on the channel. So that's just to tell you, I haven't really looked at it. So I'm going to be listening to it and pulling cards with it. So it's like doing a reading with myself and updating the situation to see if anything that's been said is actually, you know, did or happened, or, you know, how far we've come. It was so much fun last time. So I said I'd watch it this time. I didn't. And yeah, you can say, well, Jane, you did it. Yeah, but I have over 2,000 videos on the channel. Jane does not remember this video, okay? Even though it's the most popular one and it's my number one in I remember the title, I remember the thumbnail, but I don't remember the reading. So this should be interesting. And I don't have the same deck of cards, but I will be stopping it. I'm going to try to filter out the ads if I can. Not in this video because this video is going to help me, but in that one. So if there's little cuts, it's probably just because I'm trying to get the ads out of it, okay? So here we go. This is then, that was then, and this is now. And let's see what Spirit has to say about this beautiful reading to you 3 years ago and how that applies. Let's see.
Hello, beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to your extended. Alright, so
I'm wearing like a bracelet.
More come through during the day about what we were talking about the easy way out.
Oh, this is the second reading. I used to do 2 readings a day.
The thing that came through loud and clear was that the easy way out needs a fix. If you don't offer a fix, the way out then becomes kind of blurred and it's not easy. So that's another thing you might want to add to that perception of the way you see things. Before I continue, I picked At Home on the Inside, the card that I almost let go this morning. It's not for anything special or any special reason pertaining to the reading, although I do feel it's a beautiful card offering a beautiful thought. Inside you is a flame of light that remains unwavering during life's challenging experience. Really suits who we are and what we're doing and all the work we're doing on ourselves, and in that way we'll be a lot wiser. I feel the hermit's wisdom in us being implanted. Everything we go through from, we're passing on. In kindness, a lot more kindness in the way that it's being done as well. Focus, sharper focus is coming through, is coming in. Important breakthroughs we're making that bring triumph and victory and help us make decisions with clarity and intellect and a fresh perspective. It's getting very sharp to see things.
Okay, so before I continue, the Ace of Swords came out, and that's what I was talking about there. And for now, what's happening, what came out was the Six of Swords, which means that since, because that was then and this is now, we moved on from that. The clarity helped us move on from situations that we needed to see the truth, okay?
We get a sharp focus, but we don't get stuck there, which is wonderful.
No, it's stuck. Moving forward.
It's really crowning who we are, as you can see right at the top. It's really crowning and defining who we are. They're showing me a lot of social media where people are reposting stuff from others, and they claim for it to be truth. You know, this article said thing, and this article was written without any facts or any truth behind it, but it's being preached as the truth, and then people are having to defend themselves to get out of that. They always have to persevere through these challenges.
Okay, so I'm looking at the Knight of Wands, which has shown me that watching that and looking at that, those types of things, we're no longer just buying into it. We've overcome those obstacles. We've met those challenges. We know that the truth is not necessarily just what's being preached out there. We've come up with our own version of the truth. We've overcome this in a very beautiful way. Marching to the beat of your own drum is always what I feel with this card. So in other words, it's not just taking what everybody's doing and doing everything that everybody else is doing, right? So let's go on.
People who are aggressive towards them when it's defending yourself. This is what this means. And that's people looking for an easy way out. Well, I'm going to hop on that bandwagon and I'm going to support them and their thoughts. If they had taken a moment to figure out to not look for an easy way out and actually just look, they could have found that some facts were maybe not what they appeared to be, that perspectives are maybe different than what they're being announced as, and they would have saved a lot. A lot of aggressive behavior that's coming up, a lot less arguing principles.
I also feel that the aggression, because the Knights are also seen as very aggressive beings, is that we took that aggression and turned it into an action that got us somewhere. In other words, it's just sitting there and being aggressively, you know, going, oh, this isn't right, like commenting on everything on, so this isn't right, that's not right, this isn't right, you know, like armchair warriors. What we do instead is we go out there and we change the world for ourselves. And I think that's the biggest difference. I think that's one of the biggest differences that happened, and hopefully you are doing that for yourself as well.
They're showing me people are having to defend themselves and their views in such a matter that's so out of, it's so unbalanced. It goes completely over the top. In both ways. They're either being recognized for nothing or they're being ostracized for nothing. People who are taking pictures of and become memes and become famous overnight, and they haven't done anything but just whatever they've done, and just whatever they've done, and it might seem like a blessing, but for some it's quite the curse. It becomes a stressful situation. It becomes something they have a hard time seeing a way out.
Yeah, and that kind of stuff that was happening was stunting growth. It still is. It still is. I mean, we have the world of, you know, just scrolling. Incessant scrolling is what I call it now. And if I catch myself doing it for more than 30 minutes, I immediately look to do something else, because it is a complete waste of time. The days bleed into each other and you're losing track of what you're supposed to be doing, right? So And not only that, I mean, why do you think I tell everybody, all my great supporter who I know you guys watch from beginning to end my videos, okay? Why do I tell you, please stay here and watch it all? Because people are only getting half messages through things. If you look at YouTube view things, you know, like they're always like, people are always watching like a third of whatever is being put out there. What's the use of watching a third of the information and only getting a third of that information, especially if there's messages, right? So that's why I asked you guys to do longer viewing times to make sure that you're getting everything you need. We live in a scroll world, and then people get things out of context, and the growth stalls completely. And I'll always say it, technology has offered us some fantastic ways. First of all, it's given us the biggest encyclopedia in the world. But with it, you have to weed out what's fact and what's fiction. And it's a little bit annoying to do that, right? Because you start having a waste of time. People hop on bandwagons. Things pick up as trends more easily, and not all of these trends are really great things. Some of them are very destructive things, you know? Yeah, so it's just, and it picks up so quickly, and it has its 2 minutes in the media. Before we used to say you have your 15 minutes of fame. It's not even that. I think it's like 30 seconds now, and then it's on to the next thing. But it's developing people with very low, they're being overstimulated constantly. And there's no time for internalizing. There's no time to let things grow. Okay? So, let's go.
It's like I was saying this morning about the lottery. Is it a blessing for some? Not. The easy way of doing things, the easy way of jumping on a bandwagon is really not the easy way. It's a perception in errors, is what they're showing me.
Oh, Lord, I just said that. You only listen to a third, you only get a third of the message. There you go. That's kind of...
We have to find the happy medium. We have to find people of like mind. The Three of Pentacles also showing somebody working hard at something, but getting the right type of information and the right type of help on each side of you. Trusting your intuition, going inside and figuring out there's something off about this.
Yeah, and I'm going to say it right here. This is still coming in today, and it's 3 years down the road, okay? We're still stunting growth. We're still trying to get away from negative energies. So these cards are still coming in. So unfortunately, it hasn't grown as much as I would have liked it to from the time that I did this first reading. But just keep that in mind as you listen to this reading. Am I jumping on a bandwagon? I can ask myself that question too, because I get caught up in it too myself. You know, like I get caught up in all kinds of videos. My husband's very politically minded, and he likes to watch. He's like voting for our next leader, right? And he likes to watch a lot of that. It sometimes is a little bit of poison that keeps coming in and turns things a little bit toxic. So you got to be careful of what you're watching and how much you're consuming of it. And, you know, how much is the perception of one towards the other. I keep saying this. Don't be so absorbed in other people's lives. Take care of your own, okay? Take care of your own. Take care of your energy field. Take care of how you feel. And very important.
Mob mentalities. Of either what looks positive or negative, or just mob mentalities.
Positive or negative. There you go.
It's something that picked up steam.
Yeah.
Something that was set on fire, but the fire eventually dies out. But there's a lot of damage. The ashes can never be brought back to their original form.
Wow, that's profound.
Whatever you've burnt is burnt forever.
Yeah.
This is the reminder. This is what Spirit is putting out right now. have to move away from this with the Eight of Cups.
And move into
get
this.
Out of that kind of energy.
And move into reconnection. Okay? So you're moving out of this connection into reconnecting with what's important. And this is something that I keep repeating all the time. Like, I know. I hear it and I'm going, you've said this like a million times now. Yes, I have. It's time to reconnect to what's important, what's meaningful, connections with other people, okay? And you say, I don't have people like that. Find them. Find them. Shout from the highest hill, I'm looking for like-minded people. People who are not going to discourage each other. People who are going to uplift each other. I'm looking for those people. Okay? Be proud of it. Look for them. Call them in.
Leaving it all behind. Change. Go on a spirit quest. Making the silences in between the sentences matter.
Ooh.
Instead of rattling off constantly between one and the other without really thinking anything through, without letting anything settle in, making comments without real concrete knowledge of what we are saying.
Again, that knowledge.
Following others who are walking blindly.
Mm-hmm.
The awakening is not just of spirit. It's of facts. It's of perceptions.
Mm-hmm. I just said that. I took a lot of pauses back then.
This is one of the reasons we needed the pause, this limbo. It's kind of weird. I love the way they do this. I say this all the time, but I really do. This limbo that we've been in was to make us take a moment and look at the inconsistencies around us. See, we've been moving at breathtaking speeds.
Yes. So, by stopping and looking around, we could see the burdens we were actually carrying. The stuff that's been on our backs forever. The stuff that's been like just there, but probably swept under the carpet. You know, you're walking around heavy the whole time and you go, why do I feel so heavy, so negative, so all the time? And you're never looking at what you're carrying with you. And I think that's what happened. When you take a pause, you're going, hey, hold on, why am I carrying this? Why is this on my back? Why am I paying for that? Why am I paying attention to that? Why am I giving some of my energy away for that? So I think this is saying it made you realize that you need to reconnect to something important, and also that you were burdened by something.
Faster than the speed of light. Through everything that we do. We buy a house.
Isn't it funny, though, that say perspective and the hangman comes in? I swear I didn't watch it, you guys. I know you guys believe me. I know you guys believe me. I didn't watch it at all. I'm going with it with you and pulling cards at the same time. Not even the same cards.
Quick, we buy a car quick, we buy food quick, we try to bring our kids to their stuff quick, we try to, fix their stuff quick, we go to work quick, and while we're doing all of this quick, we jump on the bandwagon of things quick, simply because we didn't have the time. This limbo gave us the time to stop and to really look at the things that we were looking at and the things we were doing. And this is what happened for a lot of people. They were awakened, not only to spirit, to everything in their lives, the inconsistencies, the things that they hadn't had time to look into.
I just said
the things
that.
They were sharing and realized, is this a reliable source? Or is it just some dude in the field who hasn't been in touch with another human being in 15 years? Who has no idea what's actually going on. Just an example. Nobody in particular I'm thinking about. Starting to see how the scales don't match up with the Justice card. How things are on not an even equilibrium. There's going to be accountability now. There needs to be accountability.
See, you got the Two of Pentacles here showing you. That's what you've been doing. You've been juggling and adapting all of this to see what was there, what needed to be reconnected. So I feel that in this reading today, it's a lot healthier. There's still stuff we need to work out. There's still some disconnection here, but it is so much better than it used to be. And I'm going to tell you why. It's because you are aware of it. You know, you're not just mindlessly scrolling. Like I said, well, I still do it. I'll scroll and scroll, and sometimes I go, this doesn't feel really good. And that's the point. That's the point. That's the thing. You go, wait a minute, that doesn't feel good. That's awareness. Awareness is always there to pinpoint. Maybe you should look at what you're doing right now. Before, instead of the ones who just, you see them, they walk down the road and their face is in their phone. They never lift up to look at nature. They look like they're healthy, but they're not looking at nature. They're drinking whatever drink from whatever fast food place, and they look beautiful and healthy, but they're not present. They're not in the present moment. Okay? So, in essence, and if you would tell them, don't you think maybe it's time for you to look around the world to see things? That's awareness. And if something goes off and a light bulb goes off in their eyes, and you usually see it, they go like, maybe I should be. That's awareness. Okay? And I think we have that.
The pile of crap that we've been building on is getting too big. There's no balance. It's going to need to be thinned out and laid across the land and mixed into the soil so that we can grow something better with this crap. Okay?
Yeah, and this is showing right here that doesn't happen yet. Okay? Because this is an avid farmer watching the ashes that he mixed in to the soil to give it alkalinity. I can't say that word, but you know what it is. A-L-K, whatever. You write it down, you know. You phonetically tell me what it sounds like. I know the word, I can write it down, just can't speak it because I'm French. So, anyway, it's alkaline soil, okay? In other words, you're rebuilding the soil from scratch, but it's not quite there yet. We're still fighting this fight, okay?
This manure, this protein that helps everything.
Yep.
On its own, it's just a big pile of crap mixed in with the soil. It's something that's actually helpful. Okay? Interesting thought, Spirit. Awesome. I love these
Fundamental basics of the planet and its own spiritual vibration, of course.
What else do we have here, Spirit? What else do you need to tell us today? How are you going to help us see in the light? To be the witness. Beautiful new journey.
Okay, I'm going to stop it because I got the Eight of Cups, which already was pulled out. But in this Eight of Cups, you see somebody going off into the distance, into the sun, into a new journey. So it is definitely moving away from that, right? Leaving it behind.
This is the greatest adventure most of us will see in our lifetimes. We repeat cycles. They live 80 to 100 years, a little more maybe, depending. Some of us less, some of us more. This is definitely the adventure, the shaking up of everything that we know, the tower that keeps showing up. The tower is that everything we know is crumbling, and better ways need to come up. For some of us, it's going to be a great way to start our new adventure. In the crumbling, of all that is, which sounds horrendous if you think about it. It sounds horrendous to say, while the world is falling apart, I am growing in leaps and bounds, but that is really what is happening. You are becoming more.
And from it, we're launching, okay? Because both of these came in as well. Leaving something behind, but launching into something new. The Three of Wands is definitely taking those first steps. So it's, again, coming into the meaning of the Fool. It's the lower version, but it's something that we're repeating constantly now, I feel. I feel that you're repeating this constantly. You're going, yep, we're starting something new. Yep, we're starting something new. Okay?
You are laying down the foundation and the seeds now for your own life.
Laying down the foundation. I like the way laying down the seeds, because that Seven of Pentacles, that pesky Seven of Pentacles there, is something that we're still working on. I'm going to tell you right now, even in this reading, 3 years later, this is the thing we still most need to work on.
Trust me, it's going to be helpful for others. To build a generation of others, to show them the way. To put them in this beautiful boat, this beautiful Six of Swords.
Six of Swords is the first card.
To a calmer shore, to a better place.
Oh my God, I love it when they do that. Isn't that fantastic? Later in the reading, it says we're going to be doing a Six of Swords. In the beginning of this reading, it says we did the Six of Swords. Okay? Mic drop. Boom. There you go. Okay? So I'm gonna see what card Spirit gives us for this one. Yeah. Yeah. Not only does this one give us the Six of Swords, it tells us to really think it's another sword. It's a court card. It's a strength of character to take it to the next level. It's to have the independence to take the next steps. Okay? It's, of course, she's self-aware. And we're talking about awareness and clear communication. Absolutely. So this is all very powerful, power punch-packed action that we're doing right now. Isn't that lovely? It's lovely. I'm going to take a minute, because we're halfway through this video and halfway through ours, to see if you would like to subscribe if you're new and you're thinking, this is so cool. Absolutely. Okay? Come on, be part of the community. You're invited to join. Now, just remember, I'm a very talkative reader. I implement my experience as my spiritual journey as well with you. It's made me the teacher that I am, and I constantly learn every day, so I share those things with you. And if that doesn't interest you, well then, thank you for stopping by. But if it does, and you want to be part of this great community and get a lot from these readings, I invite you to join. I invite you to be part of this supportive group, because I really feel that this is light worker energy here. Okay? Here we go.
To help them transition into a better way of thinking, a better way of being. We are the examples. There's been many of us who've already began.
Yeah.
There's many of us who've already started a new life, showed a simpler way. Look at all the nomads in the world who have said, no, I'm getting off of this speedy, very expensive train, and I can make my carbon footprint less. I can be kinder to the planet. I can live with less, and I'm just as happy. They're also light workers, whether they realize it or not. Some have been brought to it through necessity. Some have chosen it. I swear to God, I saw a card flip.
Yeah, it was right here. It's a magician. It's right there, Jane.
I'm going to have to do this again, you guys, because it's right here.
Yes.
And it's a magician.
Yes, I told you.
And he was hiding. I did not see him go.
Well,
I was looking elsewhere, but I felt him move. So it's like magic. It's hidden. That's the first message. But the magic has been starting a long time ago, like I said, with these nomads and other people. There's different groups. This is just one example. They realized that the imbalance was there, and they wanted to balance things out. They created their own magic, and this magical card disappearing kind of sorted away from me and got away from me is it's gotten away from a lot of people that this movement was already starting. That this movement towards out of the old into the new, it's been building up steam very quietly, but it's going to pick up a lot of speed now. Things are going to change.
Yes, and the place that they changed, or they need to be changed the most, or are changing the most in, is the area of the heart. The beautiful fresh starts of including the heart in spiritual growth, because that's what this beautiful Ace of Cups mean. It's opening yourself up to that beautiful energy that uplifts us rather than keeps us down. So I love that the Ace of Cups showed up here to show that this is where you begin. Okay?
Things are going to really start moving in a quick way. There's that Five of Swords again. Of course, some will be lost along the way. But
Ten of Swords came out with it. So absolutely, this is the end of a stressful situation. And some of those endings where some will be lost along the way, right? A lot of this is about moving on. You've already been there, you've already done that. And it's been taken care of. You've ended those things, which was important, which was massively important for you to move forward, okay?
that's their journey. That is their way of being. That's going to be their life, not yours.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to realize that we can never, ever make a world that's all harmonious and happy. We're just going to have to work on ourselves.
The 10 had already come out in this reading beforehand.
Eight of Swords. Removing the blocks. Removing the blocks is going to be the hard one. When people are believing that their helpless thoughts and their limiting beliefs, and it's victim mentality all has to do with everybody else but themselves. It really does.
Yeah. So, victim mentality, and it's all about themselves. We went from that, and now we are going into the other 10. A lot of 10s came out here today. Okay, you have the 10, you have 3 of the 10s that are already out, which is, by the way, I already saw it in this deck. The Wheel of Fortune was trying to come out. It didn't, but that means movement. And this week, we've been talking about that, the 1s and the 10s and the Magician, which is, of course, not a coincidence, because we had the hiding magician in this reading. Of course it's not coincidence, okay? It's only happenstance for me. You know, I just go, oh, isn't that, wow, But there's like, to me, I always think they have a grand plan. They always know what they're doing. So this 10 is showing, again, the possibilities of abundance, okay? From going from the end of stressful and going out on your own to finding your people and finding the connections that matters. The one that's going to keep giving from generation to generation, because this is a generational card.
They really get that. They stand alone in defense while all the time being self-defeating.
This has already changed. Not alone in defense. Together
You have to
in
empower
unity.
people.
Together in unity.
You have to let them take control of their own lives. Really look into what their stability means to them. What resources they have. What are their boundaries? What are they trying to protect? What are they trying to control?
I feel that Spirit is saying we have moved away from trying to figure out other people at this point. What we're doing right now is finding focus and direction within ourselves. And probably because we've separated ourselves from a lot of things, it shows it here. We've separated from a lot of that negativity, Okay, we're still doing it, still here, still doing it. It's a constant thing, and it probably always will be, because there's a lot of people, and not all of them are going to be seeing things the way we do. Absolutely not. But we can differentiate now between what we want as energy and what we don't want. We want to pull in people. We don't want to push away people. We want end to stressful situation. We want to launch into something good. We want to take everything we've learned, and we want to take our hearts with us. Okay.
And maybe that false sense of security it makes them so that they don't want to change anything.
And you do. You go
They're
headlong.
holding on too tightly to something that is...
You're willing to fly. You're willing to take a chance.
Past. Done. So underneath you have the Eight of Wands. What I'm getting from the Eight of Wands at the bottom of this deck is saying, at one point, this is going to start falling apart more quickly. It's that closet analogy that keeps coming in. Things are just going to fall apart.
Okay, still not quite sure what the closet analogy is about, but underneath this deck was the Four of Cups. And I feel that's half of the 8. I think what it's trying to say is that we're halfway there, and we're still trying to figure out what the heck is happening and how we can get it to balance out. Like, honestly, in all honesty, I think that's what it is. Okay, this journey wasn't meant to be like sometimes a couple of weeks long. This is a lifelong thing. This is something we work on constantly. I do find that I like the feel of this better than that reading. The reason I do is because I feel that there's a lot more to work with here than in that one. I feel there's a lot of decisiveness of walking away from certain things that don't serve you anymore. You see it all in this, right here, in this line right here. Transitioning, walking away, connecting to what's important, launching what's important, seeing the burdens, and balancing yourself back out. I like that. It has a better action. Of the action, the vibration just resonates higher for me.
Not for us.
What am I shuffling now?
Our Eight of Wands is protected by doves.
Okay.
See them? They're right here.
That's the 7 oracles, I think.
You're protected.
I'm going to use the wisdom of the oracle.
You're awakened. You're going to find yourself. You're going to feel like a witness to all of this. You're going to watch it happen. You're going to pick up the signs. Your inner guidance and your radars will go off whenever you need them to. And that is the important thing to do. Remember, nothing is easy. When you're making it hard. I find it so funny. It's not funny, but it is funny. The power of purpose. Wonderful. Wish upon a star. Okay. So both of these came out. You see the Wheel of Fortune. Look at the Wheel of Fortune. I know it's supposed to be a radar as well, but I was talking about radars this morning. You know that thing that goes poof, 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 poof.
What did I just say?
The line here. Poof, poof. This is your guidance system. This is what I was talking about this morning. It's lovely. Quite appropriate. 18, 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 is divine. This is the power of you. This is the power of you knowing that your radar is in order. The contrast is what people call heaven and hell on earth. If it feels like hell, your radar is active. You just need to listen to it so that you can clear out the obstacles and make it sweep in the all clear.
That's a wonderful reminder, by the way.
Very interesting. And this is the power of purpose. Purpose is, again, we're talking about wish upon a star. There you go. This one came out with it, I feel, for the simple reason that I feel that people wish upon things to be easy without really finding their purpose. If you put a little bit of effort into your passion and what you want, you will find that your wishes start happening or coming true. The more you wish for an easy way out, it's the hard way out. It's not the easy way out. Because you're wishing for an easy way out, believing that you're in a hard place. It's all has to do with manifestation as well.
Okay, so I'm going to stop it here and I'm going to talk about to be fair. To be fair is what came out with this card. And what's happening with that, my beautiful ones, is to say the Justice card came out. And I remember I told you, I said you're still balancing things out. This is saying the same thing. So we're not quite there yet. We're still thinking things through. We're still figuring things out. But all of this is right. And I feel that those two cards came out to mention, look, if your radar is telling you that it doesn't feel right, you need to look into it. You need to find out what's stunting the growth, what's stopping, what's the negative energy about, and work on it, okay?
If you wish in a state of lack and of want,
Absolutely.
you're wishing for lack and want. If you're wishing in a place of, I'm doing great work and accomplishing great things, or I'm doing great work that will in turn make me accomplish great things, you're doing great work that will make you accomplish great. You're doing great work that will make you accomplish great things.
All right. And the other card that came out was Serendipity, and I said it's 9, and this one is also 9. Of course, no coincidence. Do not put off, do not write off things that seem like they're serendipitous. In other words, that, oh my God, that's so lucky. Things that you may call coincidence, right? Isn't that coincidence? Isn't that wonderful that that happened? Because I don't believe in that, and I never have, and I never will. I believe that things happen for a reason. So I find that when you're taking the right paths in the right direction, serendipitous things start happening. It's like wanting to stop smoking and finding a pack of, the stop smoking Nicorette gums or something, or you get them on special, or, things start happening. I was talking to my husband about that yesterday. I said, I wanted to do that, and I can't even remember what it was, but I said, isn't it kind of interesting that showed up then when I started doing that? And I said, I am able to notice those things, and this is what they want you to notice, okay? They want you to notice what's happening. Yes, that's right. We're walking a lot. And at the same time, my cell phone deal offered me an exorbitant amount of data for a lot less money than before. So I could walk on these trails and listen to music, or just listen to podcasts or audios of uplifting or beautiful music while I'm walking, so that I'm not completely bored when I walk for over an hour, okay? I can still kind of cultivate my mind while I'm exercising my body, and do it without being afraid of how much data I'm using. And I thought that's kind of strange that when I started walking, that a month down the road, this opportunity came in. It's not strange, and it's not coincidence, okay? It's serendipity. It's like the universe going, you're doing something, and we're going to help you along. So don't be surprised when those things start happening, okay?
I'm putting in the appropriate amount of effort that I want, that I am able to give, and it is giving me beautiful rewards. Amen. If you sit and go,
Serendipity.
I'm out of money, give me some more. I'm wishing. You're wishing in your mind, in your heart, in a state of lack, not in a state of abundance. It's just that easy. It is really that easy. But the funny part is that the easy way out becomes the hard way in. I don't know how to say that more in terms. Once you get...
Yeah, it would be like saying, oh, I hate walking, I hate walking, I hate walking. But I was walking and loving walking and loving walking, and then I went, oh, maybe I'll play a little bit of music, you know, just maybe in the middle of it, so, you know, I can have a little music here. And then the opportunity appeared. It wasn't lack. I wasn't saying I don't have enough data. It was more like going, oh, I can play music. I have data enough for that. And, you know, and then more data appeared. So it's like it was adding something to something I already was getting something from. Do you understand? I hope you do.
This Eight of Wands comes in. Swiftness, progress, energy, signals,
start
communication.
Moving. Yeah.
You overcome these blocks.
Yep.
And bingo, everything opens up for you.
Yeah.
So there's two separate messages in the readings today.
Okay.
The easy way out, the hell on earth, the heaven on earth. This part, the other part of people looking for an easy way out in the things. It also is in our surroundings and their perceptions. By taking the easy way out, they make the world a harder place. By not doing a little bit of work, checking facts, and sharing stuff that they don't know where it comes from. I've seen people share stuff on Facebook from years back. They were sharing about somebody who went missing. That person had been found 4 years before. Oh, yeah. They never bothered to check the dates. They just shared it. And then people are sharing somebody who's been found years and years before because they're rushing through things. Yeah, I think what I'm talking about there is living through sound bites, and then you get to the point that you're not even researching any of the sound bites. You're just taking everything as facts. And we are more in danger now, and I think this has a lot to do here of living that way still. Now I always go, does this sound right? Is it just for entertainment? That would be the first thing. If it's for entertainment, okay. If I find it funny, that's different. Am I spending too much time here would be the second question. It would probably be yes in most of the cases. The third question is if it's not entertainment or funny and it is somebody preaching facts. Are they telling me the whole truth? Or are they showing me the full picture? And can I verify it anywhere? Okay? So that's a lot of good things that you can do right there. And they meant the best of intentions, sharing something, putting something out there. But it ended up just causing more problems. A little bit of work is the easy way out. Sound bites rarely show you the full picture. No work is never the easy way out. Yeah, no work. So there's two messages, but they kind of relate and touch to each other. I hope that you've gotten what you needed out of this. I hope that I've made it as clear as possible. Sometimes I feel like I get the messages, but I have a hard time really communicating them. I know a lot of you always say that I do good. I'm grateful. Take good care of yourself, Pisces. I know, my Pisces, you are doing so good. If this by some weird coincidence, this message was meant for you personally, to make you look deeper into your own life and how you handle things, then by all means take this information and grow with it. I do feel it's for more of a purpose of looking from the outside in at what's going on in the world and what possible things are going to come up in our purview, so that we're looking at it and thinking, interesting. Jane told me about this. Take care, Pisces. I'm sending you lots of love, light, and blessings, and I will see you soon, tomorrow. Remember to pick a card, which one you think applies mostly to, well, what would resonate with me, and then tell me what resonates with you, and I enter you into a draw. If you... Okay, so that draw's way past. Okay, so I think the gist of it is pretty much, I was talking through it, so I understand. I'm going to I'm going to pick, this is an angel, guardian angel card. They're heart-shaped cards. I love them. I had them out. I picked one for myself. What is it called?
It's a guardian angel card. Hey, that's as easy as that. So let's see if I can pick one for you. There we go. There we go. Compassion. Be compassionate. Dearest one, be compassionate towards yourself. Surrender the self-criticism and fear that has you believing you need to improve in order to be worthy. You're perfect just as you are. The only thing that needs to change is your perception. Oh my God. Mic drop. Here we go again. There's that hangman coming back in. Perception, right? Waiting to see a different point. You will come to realize the jewel you are when you love and honor yourself as you are. Okay. There's, of course, two messages. The first one is the word perception had to come in again. And the second message is exactly that. Okay? We can criticize how far we've come and what we haven't achieved yet. Because you could do it. You could go, we're still in this state. This still applies for a lot of things. But like I said, this reading is very different in the way that it came in than this one. I feel that this one has a lot more potential. I feel that a lot of steps have been, you've taken a lot of steps forward and you're exactly where you're meant to be. And you should be grateful and also happy with your progress. You shouldn't be giving yourself heck or being so hard on yourself. The world is a tough place. And, you know, you're not changing it on your own. There are a lot of people who need to change or working on change, and it will forever be this way. But whatever you're contributing is absolutely helping. So please don't stop. Don't be upset by anything. Look at how far you've come and what a beautiful, vibrant being you have become over time. And if you were with me in this reading, on the 18th of May, 2021, say I in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Take good care of yourself. I hope you've enjoyed this. I did. It was fabulous. And I will see you for the oracle message next. Take care.